Good morning, I'm Danielle Knox, and welcome to The Balancing Act. Did you know that more people own a Kenmore appliance than any other brand? We'll find out why they're the #1 player in the appliance industry. You'll enjoy that and much more today on The Balancing Act. Although at one point appliances may have been considered a luxury, today they are a necessity. And with that need, one name has been the pioneer, Kenmore. Joining me today to discuss the history of America's favorite home appliance brand from Sears are Lori Wood, laundry buyer, and Michael Burdi, refrigerator buyer. Welcome to both of you this morning. You know, how long, Lori, has Kenmore been making our lives easier, and what are some of the wonderful, wonderful innovations and ways it's evolved to present day, 21st century?
I think as you referenced Kenmore as a pioneer, you may be surprised to hear that we've been at this business for over 8 decades.
Wow.
So we've been bringing Kenmore appliances to consumers' homes for over 81 years. It's been exciting. So, I mean, we've gone from that original sewing machine or clothes washer that folks remember, the Lady Kenmore, and now today we have over 1,000 appliances that really do cater to the needs and balancing act that we all struggle with in the kitchen, the laundry room, as well as your outdoor living space.
Absolutely. Well, you know, similar to the cars we drive, the technology of appliances has also undergone just tremendous evolvement. What are some of these incredible innovations, Michael?
Well, it's so exciting. There's so many exciting innovations that's happened just in the past 10 years alone. Right now, we've got induction cooktops that can boil water in just under 2 minutes.
Love that.
Yeah, we have high-efficiency washing machines that use steam technology, and then dishwashers that use 41% less water and are so quiet sometimes you don't even know if they're running. Right now, we're getting ready to release a new refrigerator that dispenses shaved ice, so you can make snow cones and slushies right out of your refrigerator.
Oh, you're going to have the kids never leaving the refrigerator at that point. Well, you know, I can always improve on my cooking. I'm an amateur chef, and I know that Kenmore has a really great elite products division, but you also have a really great line for the pro chef as well, though, and that's for the most serious cook in the house. We're talking about the Kenmore Pro products. Tell me a little bit more about that.
That's been a really fun program for us because it's a new brand to the Kenmore portfolio. It's just a few years old, and we really wanted to bring that appliance that makes you feel like a professional chef in your own kitchen. It's been really fun. It's a beautiful, beautiful product line.
You know, and I often think back to my grandmother and the agitator washer that you could hear for miles away. No more. Kenmore, weren't you all the first to bring the front-loading washer into the marketplace?
We were, yes.
Yeah.
And on top of that, which we're very proud of, we were the first to bring color in front loads to the marketplace, because what has really become wonderful about laundry is, yes, you can do 25 towels in these large capacity washers. You save time, you save money with all the energy efficiency, but the laundry room has really become a style statement, and the washer and dryer in all the wonderful colors we offer are a really, really big design piece in the home today.
And these are high efficient machines as well.
Yes, they are.
Which I think a lot of people, a lot of moms and dads in the marketplace would appreciate. So, Michael, where can we go for more information?
Well, definitely you can go to www.sears.com. There you can do product research, you can buy online and pick up in store. We have buying guides, so it's a great resource of information for consumers.
So that would be where I would go to look at all the wonderful colors of the front-loading washer I'm going to buy soon, right?
Absolutely.
For sure.
Right. Well, thank you so much for being with us here this morning on The Balancing Act. Some good information.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Be sure and visit mylifetime.com where you can sign up for the Sears Dream Kitchen giveaway. Well, welcome back, everybody. Joining us today to give us a few more pointers on managing your finances and making smart business decisions in a time of recession is business analyst and book author Tom McCourt. Welcome back, Tom. And this really is just such a hard time to be a small business owner. And I know you yourself are a small business owner. Are you worried sick about being able to make it through these hard economic times?
Actually, this is the opportunity where individuals that focus on their client base, and especially retention of their client base, will succeed, because there's not much new acquisition out there. So what you have to understand is you can go to your current client base and really penetrate and saturate them with your information, and understand that they may have more needs than you even thought of, because you were so busy running the business during good times that you forgot that those people know individuals. They can give testimonial referrals, and most importantly, are you making sure that the top-of-mind awareness is with your clients? Do you just touch them once a month with a newsletter, or are you constantly feeding them information about new products and opportunities for them to utilize your services?
But when you're talking about times of economic recession, how, Tom, can you get the most bang for your buck? And if you are facing lean times with your business, why not throw in the towel and go for something that you may think is a little more stable, because the economy is so unstable?
Well, if you're thinking that you need to close your business, number one, there's several things you should do.
Okay.
Get the true assets of your book of business, because those database that you have are very valuable if you've collected them wisely, and they're very valid. Utilize that when you're selling your business. Sell more than your physical assets. But let's say you decide to hold on to the business. I think the first thing you have to do is understand that few things can be done that are very cheap. Number one, cleaning is the cheapest way to make the wow factor to your customer. Cleaning. It sends a silent message. It shows discipline and direction, and it's a core discipline we all can relate to. So is your business clean? Is the service level you have? Are you talking in smile language? And as you know, it projects.
It does.
And the 5-foot rule is critical. Are you looking your clients in the eyes and wishing them well, making a memorable experience, and selling the value? Because only value selling can get price points out of people's heads, because when you sell value, it's the entire customer purchase experience, not just is this cheaper than Walmart.
But it sounds like what you're talking about is consistency, and it's interesting because in your book you talk a little bit about consistency, saying that in your opinion consistency can actually kill a business.
Absolutely. In operations, consistency is key to delivering the product.
And that's our way of thinking.
Yes.
Very quickly, in a nutshell, advice to struggling small businesses.
Watch the bottom line. Break down your income statements, have a snapshot performance metrics every day of the 5 to 10 critical items that make your business successful or non-successful, and onboard your new associates correctly so you don't have heavy turnover. And more importantly, remember your business is more perishable than a glass of milk.
Okay, Tom Marquardt, great advice. Your book, My Little Black Book to Success, where can we find it?
Local bookstores, Amazon.com, Tate Publishing, and of course my website, Profit Repairman.
ProfitRepairman.com.
Yes.
All righty, Tom, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Danielle.
Hi, I'm Kim Alexis. For many of us, keeping our vehicle in top condition can be difficult. Well, here's a tip. Keep track of your yearly car tune-ups and repairs. Schedule out your car maintenance and stick to a plan. By doing so, you'll save time and money.
Well, we might all remember a time when we would just enjoy going for a joyride with our friends or families. No worries, just a carefree feeling of going somewhere just for the fun of it. Well, today, with the way things are going with the escalating price of gas, you almost feel guilty spending time in your car because it just costs so much money. Well, here to get us back on track and review some of the hottest fuel-efficient rides out there is automotive expert Justin Bell with MotorGuru.com. Hi, Justin.
How are you?
I'm great. Thanks so much for being with us, because this is such a timely subject. People are really concerned about gas. They're looking for some alternatives. Talk to me a little bit about comfort, safety, and what we can find in a fuel-efficient vehicle that meets all of those needs. And it's got to be stylish, too.
It does. You hit on it.
Yeah.
I think in this world where, you know, the fuel economy issue is really at the forefront of everyone's mind, it's connected with a negative message, oil prices and gas prices. But it doesn't mean that your life has to be boring. I mean, you work hard for your money, so when you're buying a new car, there are some great options out there.
What is a hybrid?
A hybrid,
because I think a lot of people may not know. They know hybrid in a general sense, but not specifically.
Yeah, it's like a lot of things. It's fallen into our common language, and we don't know what it means. I mean, a hybrid really means any vehicle that has more than 2 modes of propulsion. So gas engine, electric engine, and there are many variables on that. And certainly, if you're going to look for a vehicle, definitely go and check it out online, because the car you're buying may start with an electric engine and then go to a gas engine, may just cut out the gas engine on one side of the cylinders. There's many ways of doing it, but they all have the same effect.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot here for a second. Hottest fuel-efficient car of the moment, in your opinion?
You've got to say the Prius comes straight to mind.
And we see Prius all over the roadways. I mean, they're just so common.
Yeah, they're the mummy, daddy, and baby of all hybrid cars. Of course, it's distinctive. It's pretty ugly, but if you have it, you love it. I mean, a bit like someone's child. You know, it's definitely the brand name that all the others are trying to follow. But there are other alternatives out there.
Well, you know, one of the alternatives for me, because I do have 3 children, and so we travel in our big SUV, that we've been thinking for a long time about trading in for something more fuel efficient. Is there a fuel efficient or hybrid SUV that we might check out?
Just so happens that I tested one recently, and when it arrived, the Chevy Tahoe hybrid,
which is a nice looking car.
It's a nice looking car. Of course, it's the size of a small apartment, and it turns up, and it has these little green, yeah, these little green logos that tell you that it's a hybrid, and that's. But I tell you what, if you insist on supersizing your life, which me and my little Mini are going to have to compensate for, then do it with a hybrid version. I mean, the fuel economy kind of creeps into the mid-20s instead of the high teens, so it's by no means a Prius, but it does count, and you will notice getting 350 miles on a tank as opposed to 250.
And that's what we're getting now. All right, very quickly. Single woman wants a really nice kind of, you know, sexy look-at-me car, doesn't want anything that's not fuel efficient. What can she look for?
She's not going to do a Prius.
She's not going to do a Prius.
No, not unless.
Although I like the Prius, but
I know, but I think now, you know, as I said, you work hard for your money. You've got an image. You know, young professional lady. You're going to really have to look, I think, at the European cars. Mercedes have a spectacular, I mean, diesel, Blue Tech diesel alternative in the C-Class. The little BMW 3 Series hardtop convertible. I mean, you know, if you live somewhere like I do in South Florida, it's so hot that you don't want a full convertible, but this is a hardtop convertible, so it's you've got the best of both worlds, and great warranty, great, you know, it starts to add up. And remember that if you buy a hybrid car, you have to own it at least 4 or 5 years to recoup the extra $10,000 that you will spend as a premium on buying a hybrid.
Well, Justin, you definitely have got the scoop on cars. Where can we find more information?
Motorguru.com, and we do full-length reviews of everything I can get my hands on.
Very quickly, and if I were a car, what kind of car would I be?
Oh my God, a lovely red Ferrari.
Ooh, I like him.
Definitely not fuel efficient, but much more fun.
All right, Justin, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Times have you gone over to a friend's house for a party or buffet setting, and all the food is spread out, but it's really, really flat, just plates just smack dab on the tablecloth. Nothing really special here. Well, today what I'm going to show you how to do is to create lifts and layers to really create a beautiful buffet table. And that's very, very simple to do. What you want to do is you want to grab different things out of your house, things that you have like a compote, maybe a vase, a decorative vase, maybe just a little bowl like this. A little flower pot will do too. So just use your imagination. It can be as big or as small as you want to, depending on how high or low your lifts are. Then what you also want to do is gauge the size of the plate that you're going to position on top of your piece. So you wouldn't want to have a really large piece on this. That fits really, really nicely on that. And again, with this piece right here, I have a small plate, but if I set that on there, it's not scaled at all. It doesn't look right. So what you want to do is scale your plate to the size of your bottom of your piece. Then you can add even more layering by adding what you just did right there. This would be great for cookies, cakes, desserts, fruits, whatever you want to do with that. Another fun thing to do is just to take a candlestick. Now, if you use a smaller piece like this, you'll probably want to use some double-faced tape. Take that with a smaller plate, stick that on there, and put a candle up there. It's really, really simple to do. And then with this piece right here, it's got a wider mouth, so I can put a medium-sized plate on top of it. And that creates even that much more. So what we're trying to do here is to try to create just the ups and downs of all this. And then I love this piece. This is a nice antique compost that I have. I'm going to take our plate, stick it right on top, right next to our cake stand or our plate stand. And this is how you create a beautiful tablescape for a buffet using lifts and layers.
Be sure and visit mylifetime.com where you can sign up for the Sears Dream Kitchen giveaway. Roughly 50,000 U.S. women choose single motherhood every year, and Mickey Morissette is another one of them. After giving birth to her daughter Sophia back in 1999, Mickey realized that though there were a huge number of unmarried women making the very same choice she did, remarkably little support and insight was available to them. So she wrote this book. It is called Choosing Single Motherhood, The Thinking Woman's Guide. Welcome, Mickey. We appreciate you being with us.
Thank you.
Why write the book?
There is so much great information out there from the choice moms that went before. There are so many therapists and mental health counselors and child development experts that just needed to be pulled together, including choice kids themselves. There's kids now in their teens and their 20s who I just, as a journalist, wanted to talk to.
Well, what is a choice mom versus a single mom?
A choice mom is what I define as somebody who proactively chooses as a single woman to become a mother. She specifically decides to adopt on her own, use a known donor, or use an anonymous donor for insemination.
And so when you wrote this book, and if you don't mind me asking, what path did you take?
I actually used a known donor. I had a friend who offered, and for both of my children, they're full siblings.
Okay. And so when you made this decision and you made this choice, were there any resources out there? Were there any books like this for you that were as in-depth and had the information that you needed?
There was one book out that had been written in the 90s, but it didn't have the women that then used that to become moms. And so that's kind of what I did, is brought that material together, interviewed some of the kids, and found out how it went.
Now, what else is in this book that might be helpful to other women who have made this choice or may be considering making this choice?
One of the biggest things is women need to find the support network of women who have been grieving the fact that they can't have the childhood dream. Some women think of this as a decision of default rather than choice. Some women really would rather have a partner, and it's a big leap for them. So to find other women who feel the same is very important. That's in the book. There's also a lot of material in there about the impact it will have on a child to grow up without a father, the impact it will have to grow up in a single-parent home. We look at the pros and cons. And then it also covers all the way up to the different methods and what you need to know about identity issues if you're using an anonymous donor, closed adoption. And then it goes all the way up to, when you are a mom and your child's asking about, the daddy question, how you respond to that.
How do you respond?
Because I used a known donor, my daughter and I have had some really interesting and difficult sometimes questions about the role of a father, what a father is as opposed to a biological donor, and so it really helps you define with your children what's important, what family is.
One of the interesting things about this book is there are a lot of stories from women who have struggled with this and who have tried to make the decision, do I do this, do I not do this? And there was one woman in here that I read about who decided not to do it because she said, if I continue to try, then I may not have enough money left over to actually end up adopting. And so there's so many different, I guess, thought processes that women go through that you've cited in this book because it's a difficult journey, isn't it?
Yes. There's another woman in there who is one of those who decided not to become a choice mom because for her it wouldn't be the experience she wanted without having a partner by her side. So she decided not to. She ended up then finding a partner later in life. I haven't heard yet if they're having any kids, but she did find a partner.
If people want to find out more information, in terms of resources, in terms of where they can find your book, in terms of where they can find you, where should they go?
The website I have is choicemoms.org, which has podcasts, it has blogs, it has, we're doing workshops now around the country, and there's a discussion board that now includes women in their late 20s who are starting to decide whether this is the right path.
Yeah,
they are becoming younger, and there's also quite a few women who are with partners who don't want to have kids, and they're trying to decide whether to leave the relationship.
All right, Mickey. Well, the book is called Choosing Single Motherhood, The Thinking Woman's Guide. Mickey Morissette, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey Mom, exams are coming up and I have zero time to do anything. My room is a mess and I can't concentrate. There is dust everywhere. I need your help. What's the name of that duster thing you use? Can you please send me some, Mom? I am so overwhelmed right now.
I'm Danielle Knox, and thank you for joining me this morning on The Balancing Act. You know, it's not easy for us women to juggle and manage our lives between our careers, our financial matters, home, family, and of course, our health. The Balancing Act is here to help you every step of the way, every weekday morning, right here on Lifetime Television. So don't miss our next show, full of inspiring ideas and innovative products that can help every woman. We'll see you then.